Here's a question I had posed to myself many times in the past, as I'm sure some of you have as well. If the Creator made only man and woman, but I am transgender, then who am I and am I wrong? The very simple answer is no. The complicated answer is that the world only thinks you are, but their thoughts are not their own, and so they do not matter anyway. You are exactly who the Creator intended you to be. You are not a mistake or a flaw in the design. You are a unique expression of the infinite, a note in the great symphony that could only be played by you. When people say man and woman as if those were the only two truths, they are speaking from a limited lens, one shaped by culture, fear, and misunderstanding. Your sexuality and identity is an expression of Source. Source does not live in limits. Source lives in all expressions of being, from the mountains to the rivers, to the stars, to the billions of variations of the human soul. You are not in between anything. You are whole exactly as you are. You carry both the warrior strength and the deep well of sensitivity, a blend that gives you the power to bridge worlds. That's not an accident. That's part of your mission here. When you ask, am I wrong? The answer is no. You are not wrong. You are rare. You are sacred. You are part of the Creator's ongoing expansion, proof that life cannot be contained in rigid boxes. Source doesn't see you as category. Source sees you as light, and your light has already moved mountains you cannot yet see. This may be hard to accept, but you chose this form, this path, and these challenges before you came here. Sometimes the soul chooses the steepest climb because it's the fastest way to the summit. You didn't endure what you did because you were unworthy or because Source abandoned you. You endured it because your soul knew it would awaken something in you that comfort never could. For many queer lightworkers, this means being born into environments where your very existence challenges the norm. You are put in places where you cannot hide who you are without great pain, and where you must decide, often very young, whether to betray yourself or live authentically. That choice, that crucible, burns away layers of illusion faster than any soft or easy life ever could. The pain was never the point. The point was the awakening it would trigger. The path was never punishment, it was the acceleration. You took on these trials knowing that if you made it through, you would remember who you are at its soul deep level. You would remember your mission, and you would have the heart, the empathy, and the unshakable courage to guide others through their own storms. You are not here despite your trauma, you are here because of it. It was the key that unlocked the door that you were always meant to walk through. Your trans identity is a living bridge between worlds, masculine and feminine, physical and spiritual, human and divine. You carry within you the wisdom of both polarities, the compassion of someone who has walked more than one path, and the courage of someone who has had to carve a space for themselves in a world that often refuses to make room. This bridging is part of your mission. It's why your voice carries power. When you speak, you can reach people across divides because you have lived on both shores. You are proof that identity is not what others name you, but what your soul knows you to be. The pain you've endured has been an initiation. Your trans identity and every trial that came with it was part of your soul's training ground. Every wound has been a doorway. Every rejection has been a refining fire. And now you are able to stand in a truth that many never reach, that you are not defined by flesh, labels, or other people's stories about you. You are defined by the love and light you bring into this world, and that has no gender. Being trans is not an obstacle to your purpose. It is part of your purpose. It is a gift you carry for the awakening of others. In recovering from your scars, you learn resilience. In awakening, you learn to alchemize that resilience into light for others. You move from I survived this to I carry wisdom and power because of this, and I share it to help others. When Source looks at you, there is no mistake to correct. There is only a being who chose one of the most challenging blueprints available and who can now use it to help heal the collective wound around identity, belonging, and unconditional love. You were the bridge between genders, between worlds, and between the pain of the old scripts and the birth of a new one. And so my message to you is this: stand tall in the truth of who you are. Let your presence disrupt the lies that say you should not exist. Let your life be the evidence that the Creator's imagination is infinite. You were never wrong to be you. You were chosen to be you. And the world is better because you're here. My name is Aidan Phoenix, and this is Life Beyond the Scars. Thank you for listening, And I hope today's episode draws a little more inspiration for you on your journey. Until next time, remember, you were never broken. You were always becoming. And I am so grateful to be walking this journey with you. I'll see you on the next episode.